told me to be quiet.
In New Orleans, I had dreams. I used to read Bob magazines, laughing with my people as we ride to the scene.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's happening? We are back. Hey, I told before we started, I said, look, I'm gonna try to run this thing from the laptop tonight. If we have some interference ran our way, I already got the instructions along with Bernard, so I could go grab the other arsenal and get back up in here. But it look like the Most High gonna bless us tonight, and we gonna be doing good. Right now, we listen to the sounds of DJ JOL. Look here, man. I told that dude, I said, man, you sound more like Biggie than Biggie himself on this song right here, man.
Got that big flow.
That boy went in on this here, man. But it's not just this one here. This album will be dropping next month. And I'm telling y'all, man, I had the pleasure of listening to it. And it is fire. And so, we may be blessed enough to have him here to talk about this thing. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But when this thing do get released, do yourself a service and download it. I promise you that you will not be disappointed. Jay, man, the beat, from the beats to the lyrics to the lineup, he did the thing, man, for real. He did.
Oh, praises. Yeah.
Like, you had a beautiful R&B hook too.
Oh man, my man Dominic,
yes,
Dominic Rich,
yeah,
man, from High Point, my brother. That's my guy, man. He that book of Yashim was just blessing the nation, blessing the world. And he came in and just had the Ruach just moved, man. Had a great time with y'all chopping it up, man. And I appreciate y'all tapping in. So yeah, shouts out to him and his family, man. Go get the book of Yashim, man.
Is it on? It's on I didn't see it on Apple.
Nah,
I was looking
ain't got
for
it on Apple yet. September's gonna be on Apple, Spotify, but right now, go to yashim.com or go to his Dominic Rick's YouTube page, and the album is streaming there for right now. But in September, he's gonna have it on Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, Apple, all that good stuff. Yeah. Shouts out
true artists too, man. The music was fire.
Woo.
I mean, fire. Yeah, true artistry. Give a roll call out. I see Hundo Alatunde in the house. I see the house of Ayob. Everybody from the house of Ayob, we are sending you love from the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, and also from the house of Shia Yeshua Judah. My brother Obadiah, y'all, who is in the house? Hey, I know I saw Jamil the Trunk Rattler. Yep, there he is. I see Jamil the Trunk Rattler. He says, "Shalom, fam. Shalom to you as well." Who else is up in here? Abdullah? Yasharal. I'm not going to even try that middle name, bro. I will mess up a middle name.
Abdullah Maka. Yasharala. That's AKA the Houston Brew in the building.
That's him, man.
What it brew? Yeah.
We definitely need to get Houston.
Him.
We got to get Houston the Brew on here, man. Hey, he got a cut on that album with
it's fire. I heard.
Yeah, he do,
he
man.
Him and Hundo got a record coming out.
Him and Hundo got exactly. Yup. And that might have been what I'm talking about. Do we got a cut with Jay? I might have been talking about the one. I might have been talking about the one that he did with Hundo. Yeah. That joint is fire.
We gotta get him on
All right then. Yeah, he done came with his other alias, but that's okay, brother. I understand.
Another AKA.
Yeah.
Not the fraternity. Now.
Yeah. I know him as Houston the Brew. I'm gonna call him Houston the Brew. That's what I'm gonna call him. Yeah, shalom, brother. Shalom. We are glad to have you up in here, and everybody else that is coming up in the house. Please make yourself comfortable. Sit back, relax, be prepared to be edified. And thank you, brother, for doing what it is that you do, the patience that you have, the diligence that you have been given, but not, you as well. I want to thank you. And, with that being said, let's get this thing cracking.
Shalom, Sister Delta. Always be the
Delta in the house. Always be the light. Shalom, fam. That's the sister right there, man. That's the sister right. I told Delta, hey, and I know she don't need because she got 3, but hey, let me know. Let me know. Hey, Delta has not flipped at all, man. That's the sister, man. Yeah. You got anything you want to add though before we turn it over to Benat, man, and we get the show started?
Just the world going crazy. It's all unraveling. That's all I'm saying.
Man, this world going so crazy that sometimes, man, I be scared to leave my house.
I'm telling you, man, people is
I be scared. I be scared to leave my house sometimes. It's weird out there. It ain't even crazy no more. It's just straight weird.
It's all unraveling.
It's all unraveling.
It's all unraveling.
It's all unraveling. With that being said, we're gonna turn it over to Benat, my lovely wife.
Miss Benat.
Now that you've turned it over to me, I can actually do the introduction.
Oh, my bad.
Shalom and shalom, family. Welcome back to another blazing episode of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where bold truths get aired out and sugarcoating gets no airtime.
Come on.
Sits behind the boards, Benat Shalahaya, keeping the engine running. And as always, I'm joined by the dynamic duo, Shir Yeshua Judah and Ayo Ben Yahu. 2 brothers bringing fire and facts every time. Yeah. Tonight, we're stepping into the deep, no fluff, no filter. You know how we move. Bold topics, real talk, and unapologetic truth. And of course, we've got that signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Theory, teed up.
One and only.
Whether you're behind the wheel at the crib or catching from the shadows, lock in, sharpen up, and guard your spirit, because once we hit record, we don't hit reverse. This is Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Right.
Let's ride. All right. Let's get it, man. So, hey, she did that by herself.
The one and only.
Yeah.
Truth
exactly. Let's
All
get
right.
it. All right. What you got for us, love?
So first up, Shannon Sharp. Been dropped from ESPN days after the no assault settlement. Sources haven't revealed why he was released, but we can speculate the reasons. Do we think he can really recover from this? And if so, how?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I believe that Shannon probably have a pretty solid base following that. I think that he's going to be. I don't think that he really needed ESPN to remain who he is. ESPN just was a bigger paycheck, but I think he's gonna be all right at the end.
Yeah. I mean, you got Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, which from both monthly, even before he paid Chad Ochocinco for Nightcap, he's probably from YouTube. He may be bringing an upward monthly of 150 to 175, maybe 200 grand. give or take a little. That's without ESPN. Now, with his monthly or yearly salary factored in for the month from ESPN, he could have been making. He's at ESPN. He might be making about 50 grand a month or more. So he'll go from, let's say, 200 grand a month down to 125. He'd be all right. A month, he'd be all right. Shannon just got to remember he black.
Right before this it all happened, he had just signed it. I believe he had put his signature on $100 million deal.
$100 million. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet there's some kind of severance because of how they let him go, unless they wrote something ahead of time, unless they put something in the contract ahead of time that said, you know, if we have to release you due to, you know, behavioral misconduct or whatever, you get nothing. I can't imagine he signed a contract that said anything like that. Most contracts these days are going to have something in there where he got a pretty hefty severance. So.
Yeah, because you got to understand they have off-brand sports shows that's on Spotify and other that still use reruns for true sports buffs. Right. That still using his image and likeness. So they probably had to cut him a little severance. Right. Because they may run another 100.
They not fit to just get rid of stuff like that because that generates revenue for them. Well. Right. Exactly. So it's just the fact that he is not going to have the liberty of being able to be the face of any show for ESPN right now. And it's sad because, like we was talking about before the show started, if he had been a white boy, no doubt they would have just set him down until all of this sure disappeared. I was up late last night, or was it the night before, and I didn't realize it at first, but man, they was running old shows of Roseanne. And I said, I thought Roseanne was canceled. Right. She's not even really supposed to be on TV, right? I mean, they did a whole show. They cut her name off of it and just called it The Connors. That's what they always do. You know what I'm saying? And so, but with him being black, nah, you know. And this is the problem where we don't have anything that's our own. Right. We don't have anything that we can't. There's nobody that could go grab him and bring him over and be like, yo, we got a place for you. Everything is owned by them. So, you know, but there's still Shannon Sharp. Is when we finish roasting him, because he's getting roasted right now.
Boy, the internet is
undefeated.
Boy, undefeated. They is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the United States of the world of Uzbekistan. Boy, they is wearing him out. Paul.
Once he get finished roasted, he gonna be all right.
My God, he'll be all right, but he getting flamed right now, boy.
Man.
I'm talking about gifts, memes, all that.
Speaking of getting roasted, so an old clip of Anthony Anderson talking to a 17-year-old Lindsay Lohan, quote, men like them young. So we know he received a lot of backlash about that, but this happened in 2003. What do we think, or where do we think this is gonna end? Because they keep bringing up old clips of some of everybody, and in this case, I feel like Anthony is about to have to go through his ritual for them to go back and pull that old clip. Because the only thing I can think of is that Lindsay is about to have that new.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Go ahead.
So they got to give it some traction. They got to get her likes and looks up. Yeah. So they pulled the old clip from 2003. My thing, I wonder who sits around and looks for this stuff. Like, how much does that person get paid?
No, they didn't look for that. That it always had been there. You know, I don't think that anybody really had to go and look for that and find that.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. I think there are people who sit back and look for stuff like that. Like, that's their job. Somebody on Lindsay's team sat back and said, what can we go find that's going to get this some traction? And that's what they go do.
I don't think that footage has ever been lost, is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's lost.
Yeah, maybe
it wasn't circulating.
Somebody probably do look for stuff like that, get paid to look for stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that from the time these people come into this entertainment world, that they're always up under a scrutiny and everything. There's always going to be something that's going to be there for them to be blackmailed on or to be able to go through a ritual on. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
25 years ago, nobody was pulling up old clips and tapes and videos of people. This is in the last 5 years or so for cancel purposes or whatever the case is. I'm not saying that the footage was buried anywhere. I'm just saying somebody gets paid in these different camps to sit around and go through different footage, go through different videos. What can we find? What can we pull up? They probably just went and pulled up a bunch of old videos of Lindsay Lohan. What's going to get her some looks? How can we get some traction on this? And that one came up. Bam!
Yep.
This is
And
the
was
one.
probably went through 150 videos and was falling asleep.
Yep.
And they was falling asleep and heard that. Oh, we got something. And they put the cheese crackers down and rewind that back. So
yeah, I agree.
This is my thing. If you're gonna do that to Anthony, do it to everybody. George Clooney, Brad Pitt. I'm sure all of them got some
Every
type of
last one
something
of them
out there that's what it was in 1999 on what's your man that used to have the biggest Johnny Carson. I'm sure somebody was on Johnny Carson
last one of them
and said something out the way that if they look back at it now, they'll be trying to find it and scrap it because they was out of pocket. So
every last one of them.
But is this a way? I do think they had to go look for something to give I was about to say R. Carly to give Lindsay Lohan some traction. But is somebody setting Anthony Anderson up? Why? I don't know. But yeah, it could be his humiliation time. Because it seemed like the brothers, Didi, Shannon, Gilbert Arenas, these brothers is going through it, man.
They're going through it right now. Yeah. How old was Anthony Anderson at the time?
33.
He was 33 years old at the time.
This topic actually kind of bleeds into another topic we're going to talk about later. So this will kind of come back up and resurface a little bit. I'll wait till we get to that later in the show.
Yeah.
This next story is not really even a story. I just wanted to throw this out there and see what y'all have to say about it. And then I got one more, and then we'll move on to the next section. So on July 3rd of this year, how about scientists rolled across a radioactive wasp nest?
Yeah, a radioactive
wasp nest that was found where the U.S. once made nuclear bombs. So they're saying that the nest was sprayed, removed, and disposed of, and no live wasps were found. So it's likely some radioactive wasp flying around out there in South Carolina, because that's where it was.
Yeah. Good thing we're protected. Because I know
what could a radioactive wasp possibly look like?
It's gonna be some big head babies.
Yeah, or some cows that what comes out of this? Like
they got five legs.
Yeah. You're gonna pull a fish out of the river, and it's gonna have like the Simpsons, 3 eyeballs,
a teeth,
triceratops horn in the middle of the forehead or something. Yeah, I've seen that story though, and I think that's out of I can't remember the city. But yeah, Aiken, South Carolina, which is from my spot. It's about 2.5, 3 hours. It's more east in the state, but yeah, I seen that story the other day, and I was like, that's interesting. We'll see if we hear more about it, cause
see if it come back up.
And if it keep popping up and won't go nowhere, then
we got something.
Folks might be in trouble.
Radioactive wasp. That's crazy.
You mess around, get stung by him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did they say what the side effects would be if you got hit by one of them?
They said the nest was sprayed, removed, and disposed of as radioactive waste, and no live wasps were found. So they didn't give you anything on what it could look like, what you need to look out for, anything that could potentially happen if you got. They basically kind of swept it under the rug. Like, we didn't find any wasps. How you get a wasp nest then?
Yeah, right. The hills have eyes. Wasp. Y'all better.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't trust it. It might eat that raid. You might want to get something else. It might.
Right.
You go spraying.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a waltz that got the capabilities of a cockroach? Because you know a cockroach.
Oh Lord,
roaches is just damn near hard to kill. Yeah, I remember growing up, man, spraying a cockroach with Raid for the first 4 or 5 seconds, like he was drinking it.
Right.
Seconds. Like a couple of minutes.
That's what that's all you got. Then all of a sudden he'll flip over on his back and he's still
But then the next day be gone. You be like, wait a minute,
man. To this day, I'm still wondering where these roaches go.
I was gonna let you stay there for an example to all your friends, and you gone. Like,
do they come get them and take them off and have a roach burial?
Right.
They took him to the cockroach hospital.
Right. We don't die when
they come back.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
And that next generation come in immune to that rage.
Look, babe.
Like, boy, what is going on?
I want to make mention as well. Hundo is in the house live tonight, man, because I know Hundo normally catch us on a replay. So shalom, brother, and thank you. He made a comment that they did that to Dave Chappelle. They also did that to Marty Marr too. The exact same thing to Marty Marr. Yep.
They did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So last topic under talk amongst yourselves. This will kind of bleed into sports field. Don't know if you guys had anything. But it came up that Ice Cube is trying to explain why he can't offer Angel Reese the same $5 million deal that he was going to offer Caitlin Clark.
Oh, I missed this one.
For joining the... Oh, look, I beat you to something.
Yeah.
For joining the league. And his reasoning is not sitting well with people on social media. So basically he said she's a great player. But the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom. What our sponsors were telling us, they didn't tell us the same about Angel Reese. So I don't know if we can make that same offer. And people are in a frenzy about this. They said it didn't matter if she brought in the dollars or not. Angel should have had the opportunity. And
I don't think you could be mad at Ice Cube. He said what his sponsors was telling him. It's not him. It's what the sponsors was telling him.
If he is putting up so much money, and you got 10, 11 different companies that's going to put, because again, when you're running a company like that, you got payroll, building costs, you got different things. So if these sponsors,
you got tons of overhead.
Right. So if these 10 sponsors is paying for helping payroll, helping for buses, helping for airfare, if it's, Delta Airlines say, look, we'll let everybody fly for half price, and we're going to invest 10 mil, but we won't Pasty White over Angel Reese. Guess what? Ice Cube has got to make a business decision and be like, look, that phone call is different for Angel than Caitlin. Look, I would love to have you.
It ain't nothing personal. This is for real one of those. This is business and this is personal. So
those things. And everybody need to understand that. I get it. Yeah, we want Angel Reese to win. Absolutely. But hey, I think everybody, once you run a business and see how business is ran, I think people be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. Okay, I understand. Not saying you agree with it, but it's just to understand. So
yeah, that's one of the things too. That's a prime example that we as a people don't understand business, because all we do, we'll read these articles and we'll see stuff like that, and we'll immediately get mad at Cube because he's the face of Big Three. Right. Yeah, he is the face of Big Three, and Big Three is his league, but that's not all his money. He got sponsors behind him. Right. And you hear radio stations say we got to pay our bills. Then the commercial come on.
Guess who paid for them to be on the radio for that hour?
You understand what I'm saying?
That company that just had 4 back-to-back commercials.
Exactly. And so they telling him, yo, Nike or Reebok or whoever, we want Caitlin Clark. Well, even if he want to continue a successful business, he got to listen to the people that pay the bills. Yep. This ain't got nothing to do with Cube.
Because I'm sure on the sales pitch, Cube and his team pitched Angel Reese. And then the other team was like, we was thinking more of Caitlin Clark. That's probably because at the end of the day, guess what? they gotta feel ICE gotta fill those seats. When he
Yep.
pays for the arena,
Yep.
the
Yep.
seats is where he recoup the
Yep.
money, just like a record
Yep.
company. People get
Yep.
bad record contracts. Guess what? If you didn't sell records,
I'm gonna
then
tell you this, and I could be wrong, but I believe the big three actually won by Caitlin Clark turning it down, because you got to look at the demographic of people that would now be coming to see her as
Right.
a part of it, as
Right.
opposed to what the big
Right.
three was really created for. It
Right.
was a league that was created for us
for us
at the
right.
end of the day. So with her turning it down, it was probably a good thing for Cube
Yep.
and for the league. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And so yeah,
Right.
man,
Right. Yeah.
but I get it. I'm not mad at Cube for
yeah.
that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's business.
And I'm not mad at Q, but I'm not mad at the people for feeling. I know people want to. About time we want to see each other win. I ain't mad at the people for that. I know they want to see Angel Reese win. And I do too. So
yeah, Angel is winning though. If people pay attention, Angel is
she killing it.
She's killing it.
She killing the WNBA.
She's killing it. I'm gonna go as far as to say she's winning more than Caitlin Clark at the end of the day.
She is.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Look at well, if you say winning, are you talking about winning on the court or
no? I'm talking about financially, and
I don't know. I'll have to check the numbers again, but I want to say Caitlin Clark right now has like $11 million worth of endorsements.
That right?
I don't know that Angels is that high.
You know who
check.
killing Caitlin Clark on the court though?
Who that is?
Well, she is now, but I'm talking about these rookie numbers compared to Caitlin's rookie numbers.
Paige.
Paige
Buckers.
Paige is killing them.
Yeah, she wearing them out. Wearing them out.
That rookie came in. That's the product of being under a good program in college, under that Geno system at UConn.
Yeah.
She came in pro ready for real.
Yeah, because he runs a pro system. He run a pro system at UConn. That's why they win so many championships. And out of 80 games, how you go 75-5? Like almost every year. Like what is crazy?
Yeah.
All right, what y'all think about last one? What you think about Deion Sanders? Do you think he's gonna be able to coach out the year after his diagnosis? I mean, I know they said he cured, but
it's gonna be tough,
with some bags attached to him.
Oh no,
that brother say he depend on the pen.
If he can't coach, he gonna let Carucci coach. No, I was playing.
Yes, indeed.
Hey,
Pastor done got him a little young. Cinderoni, man, what is going on?
Players ain't gonna be. Hey, Carucci better not be on that sideline, boy.
He better not, cause if she is, Chris Brown, Quavo, they all gonna be there. We coming with you. We ain't playing that.
Good Lord.
Yes, indeed.
Angel Reese's endorsements this year, she's earned roughly 1.7.
That's it.
I think they lying. It got to be boy.
I don't know. I mean, who's endorsing?
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, that is good. 11 million. It's 1 point. Yeah.
Let me. Yeah,
that's America, man.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show for another day.
I agree.
That is America, boy.
All right. So the first topic up, I heard you say earlier that was not the right one you wanted.
Yeah, we can run it though, but yeah, that's not. When I went back to study this morning, I saw that, and I didn't change it. I didn't change it because of the lateness of the time, for one, and I didn't change it because the topic that I really wanted to discuss, I couldn't prove that it was true or not. So
911, Ayob is about to be down his finger.
Boy, I just told y'all hear that.
I saw it.
I just said, boom, told my finger up.
So we can go ahead and roll with what we got. But I wanted to talk. What I did want to talk about was that Texas guy that they said that was charging those immigrants $200 to take them to a safe haven place, but he was taking them to ICE and stay. So I couldn't find I looked and looked. I couldn't find anything on that as far as a real, true article. Only thing that I saw was social media stuff, right?
Right. Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I
Yeah.
couldn't find nothing to prove that that was true. So I said, well, maybe we're going to have to roll with this one. But when I put this one in, that's what that story was supposed to be. So let's go ahead and roll with this one. But not go ahead.
All right. So, in um, March of this year, a federal judge in San Antonio, Texas, found Felipe Orduna Torres and Armando Gonzalez Ortega guilty for their roles in a deadly smuggling operation that killed 53 migrants in the summer of 2022. Migrants, principally from Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras, had paid these smugglers between $12,000 and $15,000 each for their journey. 53 were unalived total. 48 were found unalived on the scene, and then 5 later passed. So there's all kinds of questions that I have, but for however many, this couldn't have been the first round that they did. They probably started off small and then started increasing and increasing. This 12,000, between $12,000 and $15,000. The smugglers, their family got this money.
Yeah,
they live it.
Yeah.
How do you justify smuggling people? And there was no AC. They didn't even attempt to turn AC on. They just had them in the back of an 18-wheeler. No AC. It wasn't even a refrigerated 18-wheeler.
Man, you know how hot and how muggy it probably is in that truck with over 100 or something people in that joint, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they died. So I'm with you, but I think it's way more. But as soon as I read it, I'm like, that's the reason they gave them 2 life sentences is because there's probably way more.
Oh, of course.
It's probably and 53 people died. I'm thinking it's probably in the thousands. It's probably close to 1,500 people that for however long they was doing this, give or take a little. But
yeah,
if you think about it, when I read it, I'm like, man, that's pretty serious. That's pretty, like, you bringing people into the country. And here's the thing, like I said, I love my brown, like I love my folk. I love my folk. I love them. But man, I'm sorry, but everywhere I go, you can't go nowhere now.
Mm.
Now I know in Houston, Texas, but listen, North Carolina, South Carolina, bro, let me tell y'all, bro, I'm like, it just didn't, and maybe it didn't hit me till this past January when this whole immigration stuff started, but I've been realizing, but now I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy. They are here. And when I read this, I thought about that. I'm like, man, just think how many Latinos and Latinos, Mexicans, Guatemalans that you may pass every day that's here illegally, working, taking care of their family, but getting subsidies, getting programs, and that's here illegally. So I get it why the Trump administration's like, look, man, y'all got to go. Yeah, and this story is 1,050 months. He sentenced him to 1,050 months. Ortega to 87 and a half years, while Torres got 2 life sentences, and both fined 250 grand each. That's a wild story, man. And I think it's gonna be a lot more of these that start to surface.
Yep.
As this administration round people up, you'll see much more of this coming out from California, Texas, Florida, Cuba, like all kind of places, man. So that's my take on it. It shocked me to hear that, because they've really kept that under the radar. The Biden administration kept that under the radar for the last few years where this happened. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
The thing that get me, I think it was last year, Houston to Bruce say he drive for FedEx and it's 25 degrees hot in the trailer than the outside. And that's real talk. I used to drive over the road. And I tell you, man, in the back of them trailers, it's not no joke.
25
and the company that I drove for, it was a small company to where I had a 53-foot trailer. And normally when you drive a 53-foot trailer or a 48-foot trailer, when you get to where you're going, they would have somebody to unload the trailer for you. All you really have to do is just drive the load. But the company that I drove for, they didn't want to pay for that. So when I drove a 53-foot trailer and I made my stop, I had to get out the truck and I had to unload. You dig what I'm saying? And exactly, lumpers. Hundo, my man up in there with the language. I didn't say that because but that's what they are. They lumpers, right? And so getting in the back of that truck, man, to unload those loads in the summertime, man, in Texas, just in the South, period, bro. It was brutal. I don't know if you guys remember. I think might have been last year or the year before last. I think there was a whole trailer that was found in San Antonio where there was migrants that was dead in the back of a trailer. I don't remember what the count was, but my question is, who was paying them? See, this is what pisses me off with the media is that they putting the flashlight on the guys that got caught. It says that the men confessed that they traveled from their homes outside of Lubbock to Laredo to take the migrants whose ultimate destination was San Antonio. It said that they were expected to receive $5,000 for driving the migrants, right? They was caught after attempting to circumvent a border patrol checkpoint. Who was paying them?
Who's operating? Yeah.
Who's operating this?
Yeah.
They not doing this for free. They not doing this for fun. Right. Who is behind this? You hear police say all the time when they'll go after the low-level drug guy so that they can get to the big guy.
Yep.
The low-level drug guy get 15, 20 years for having very little drugs to begin with, but they gonna give him all of this time unless he turn on somebody else, right? But by the time they get to who is actually buying the keys, when they get him, and we was just talking about that, he gonna either get little time or he's not going to get time for what it is that they say that they was trying to get him for to begin with. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what this situation is, man. This is terrible. But people would do a lot of things for money. You got to think about it. I'm finna tell you the truth, bro. Before I came into this truth, before I got married, somebody offered me $5,000 to drive some Mexicans across the border.
One way.
Nigga, get back there.
One way. We out of here. You go. One way.
You know what I'm saying? As many as y'all can get up in here, up in here. I'm taking you to where it is that you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Right. Who is paying for the operation? If you wanted to stop, because both of you guys said something that was so important. You said that there has to be more, and you're darn right. Because McDonald's didn't go out of business when they sold one Big Mac.
Right. Absolutely.
They sold, and they still selling plenty.
Still selling to this day.
That's McDonald's. We know who's responsible for putting McDonald's on the street, for Big Macs on the street. Right. Who is responsible for these drivers that's got these immigrants in the back of these trailers dying?
It definitely is not three Mexicans off the street that just put some money together and did this.
You understand what I'm saying?
Some higher up.
Somebody with some big dollars.
Right.
Some senators, congressmen, congresswomen. Somebody got together and gave somebody some funds and said, make it happen.
Make it happen.
And they just happened to get caught.
Right.
Yeah. 1,050 months.
Sorry,
man, that's 87 and a half years.
$5,000 for drivers. Y'all better get up in here. Say,
Boy,
just go.
that's right.
I hope you got enough water back there.
Yes, sir.
We ain't stopping till we get to San Antonio.
We ain't making no stops. Well, could you imagine a 18-wheeler pulling up the QT? About 77 Mexicans get out. Mexico. You'll be like, boy, where come from?
I can't with y'all.
And they'll just keep piling out like the clown
I'll
car.
be so bad. I'll be like, yo, get back in that trailer park.
Yeah, Mexico. You'll just be looking like, they just keep coming down. Yeah.
I done lost control, y'all. I done lost control. Let me reel them back in. My apologies. Y'all get back in.
Just because the truck stopped, you want to jump out. We ain't there yet.
Yeah,
You better get back in that truck.
Oh, man. All right, on to a more serious.
Like you don't understand me.
On to another serious topic. So, according to the UN-backed IPC analysis, in May of this year, approximately 1 in 5 people in Gaza, around 500,000 individuals, are in phase 5, catastrophic, meaning they face actual starvation conditions. About 93% of the population is enduring severe food insecurity, phase 3 or worse, including 1.95 million people in various stages of crisis or catastrophe. Gaza City, 20% of children under 5 are malnourished, and over 5,000 new cases were reported in May alone. Among pregnant women, 1 in 5 of Gaza's 55,000 expecting mothers face significant malnutrition, which increases the risk of miscarriages and poor birth outcomes. Official reports cite at least 63 malnutrition deaths in July alone, mostly children, and cumulative hunger-related deaths exceed several hundred, though exact numbers remain hard to verify. Bottom line is Gaza is starving, and Republicans seem to not care.
Is it
They're
just the
very silent
Republicans
on
that
it.
don't seem to care?
Yeah.
Well, you've had a lot of Democrats speaking up about it. They're talking about it. Republicans have been eerily silent on the matter.
Well, I think Republicans are early signing because they're the ones in charge in the White House. If it was the other way around, you know, if there was a Democrat, right? If it was a Democratic president, it'd be the same. But man, I'll just say this real quick before you give your take on this. We've been, man, this is one of the oldest tricks in the playbook when it comes to like a genocide. The Spartan War. Sparta and Athens, the old Greek Civil War. This is what they started doing, man. And even if you go look and read in our history in the Bible, a lot of times when it came down to it, to get the other side to quit, they would just cut off all the supplies, starve them, no water, no food, no clothes. And when soldiers would find out a certain area that they were doing that to, guess what the soldiers do? They quit. They're like, oh, no, my family live over there. I'm done. I'm out. So I think this is what's happening because for them, for Israel and the U.S., it's a double whammy. They got a chance to end this war and it's genocide. This is what they mainly want to do anyway, to get that beachfront, to get that land in Gaza. This is what they got to do. And it's sad to be said. I've seen them pictures of them children starving. Bro.
Yeah, that's real too.
It's real over there.
Real.
It's real, man. But yeah, that's my quick take on it. It's the oldest trick in the playbook.
Ayob is absolutely right in everything that he said. And this is why America can sit back and be so quiet about it. That's why I asked the question, is it just the Republicans that seem like they don't care? We talk about it all the time that we have never seen a bird fly with just one wing.
Right.
So the left is acting as if they care about it, but they really don't.
They don't. Right.
They part of the same bird, the left and the right wing. But they got to put the front on because this is the thing. We the people at the bottom of this pyramid thing, because that's what it is. It's a pyramid, and we the ones that's holding it up. You got the people, then you got the government, and then you got the entertainment world, then you got the financial world. This thing go all the way up. until you run out of people that you don't know who it is that you're looking at, talking about, and don't even know exists, right? We the people down here know what we seeing, and we know that it's wrong, and we complain about it. Mm-hmm. So there has to be somebody in power to empathize with us, and that's what the left is doing. Whether they care or not, they gotta show or make it seem as if
they got some kind of humanity. Right.
They got some kind of humanity. But they don't. They don't care. Because at the bottom line, just like Ayob said, this is what a lot of people are missing. They want that land.
They want that land.
This is war. Mm-hmm. And in war, this is what we're going to do. The brother talked about it. Go and read the book of Josephus. Go and read the book of Maccabees 1 and 2. Go and read what happens when people decide that they want to buck the system. Okay, that's what you want to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to shut the food off. We're going to shut the water off. And eventually you're going to come out.
Right.
Or you're going to die. And we're going to get what it is that we want.
Right. And then the most diabolical thing that they did to the natives, if the food supplies don't work, we're going to send sickness. We'll send blankets of sickness on them, saying this is good for you. I know y'all cold. Here's some blankets. Them natives put them blankets on 2 weeks later. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what's next. They look, like Ox said, look, y'all gonna go whether you one way or the other.
Yeah, y'all get out of here.
Look at a lot of those battles. The Most High had Israel, Yasharal winning. Don't let nobody live, because this land, you can't let nobody survive. So evilness, the Most High knew what he was doing, but now they being evil and trying to take a play out of the Most High's playbook and don't know what they're doing. They just trying to play the Most High. They don't know what. Thank you, Hundo, with smallpox. Smallpox on the blankets, man.
In them blankets, in them blankets. And it's important though that we keep raising this issue on Truth Be Told, because there is no excuse for the pure evilness that is being done over there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's war crimes. Yeah. And we talking about BB, you know what I'm saying, being wanted for war crimes. Well, America and their leaders should be under war crime warrants as well, because they are the ones that is sanctioning this. BB can't do nothing without the backing of America. This is what people have to understand. And this is what the people of Gaza is trying to express, and to let it be known that America is just as evil as Israel is right now. But what's going to happen, and you tell me if I'm wrong, there's going to come a point where these two are going to turn on each other.
You know, it's coming, man.
It was this eagle. It was this eagle at Ezra's that had 3 heads.
Yeah. So what do you think that means? What do you think Ezra's is saying, man?
It's gonna come a time where they gonna turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so we, as knowingly Israelites, our job is to cry out loud and blow a trump and to alert and to allow our people to know what is going on, but not to get involved. That's their stuff. That's their stuff. Okay.
They want to have it, let them have it.
Let them have it. But 100,000 kids, including 40,000 babies at this moment, right now, at the time that this article was written, is facing starvation. That, to me, is diabolical. I don't care who it is, man. And I'm not one of those Israelites be like, oh, them white babies, so let them. Nah, I don't rock like that.
Yeah, them babies. They still
them babies.
Yeah, they still babies, man.
Them babies.
One of the mothers in that article, it says, he says, where's the world that claims to care about human rights? Wafa Muhammad cries, her voice echoing throughout the camp for internally displaced persons. They are complicit in the occupation's extermination, she exclaims. The situation is beyond the capacity of any parent to handle. Wafa Muhammad, a Palestinian mother. And when I read that, I was like, wow, so you got parents, mothers that is watching their kids starve, man.
Starve, yeah.
Like that's tough to visualize, bro.
Yep.
And how hot it is out there. You got bombs and bullets flying, and then at the same time, you don't have any food.
No place to go.
No place to go. Yep. No food to eat. That's yeah. When I read that as a parent,
I know you are absolutely right, Ike. You are absolutely right. If they were grown men, I would still feel bad for them, man. Look, I'm hungry right now. I think that I heard me say about 2 times, or maybe 3 before the show started. Boy, as soon as this show over with, I got to go get me something to eat. And this is somebody knowing that food is readily available for me, right? Imagine being hungry and not knowing. That's what made the story in Elijah. That's what made that story so beautiful, when the Most High had taken all the food away and dried up all the water. And then he told him to go to that Gentile lady. Y'all go check the script, man. It was a Gentile. He told her to go, and he went, and he told her, hey, feed me before you feed yourself and your kid. And he explained to her who he was, and she did it. And she was blessed because of that, man.
She was obedient.
Because of her obedience. Say it again, Nike.
She was obedient.
She was obedient. So I'm not trying to go off on this tangent right now, man, but you got these brews out there making us as a whole look bad when they get to talking this bull crap on these Gentiles. Y'all not reading this script correctly.
Yeah.
Y'all not reading this script correctly. Our job is to be a light in the world.
Yep.
That's what our job is, to bring light into darkness. The power belongs to us.
Yep.
And if they fall in line, guess what? He is sufficient for them as well.
Well, it brings on.
I am not going to sit here and gloat over the starvation of people in Gaza, man. It's wrong. And it's hurtful. And I could not imagine starving or being thirsty and looking at my family and not knowing where a meal is going to come from. Man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, we got to be a light. Like I tell my family, we was talking the other day, it's about it, but it's not about how much you trust the Most High, because we trust the Most High. He is good. He is grand. But you got to ask yourself the question, how much do he trust you?
Come.
Ooh.
Come.
When you ask yourself that question, how much do he trust you? With this word, being a light.
That's right.
We love to quote the scripture. We love to quote it, but how much do the Most High trust you? Ask yourself that.
Because we are stewards of his word.
So how much
we are stewards of his words.
There you go.
Yes, indeed, man. So yeah, America, man. When we come here every week, it just solidifies more and more to me, man, why they are going to get tore off the bone the way that they are,
man,
by my daddy.
Right, by my daddy. You got to be my daddy. You got to have something internal that is just. You got to have a soul that is not right to be okay and lay your head down knowing you're helping or not. You're helping the fact that little children and parents are starving.
Right.
You got to be something different, man.
Right.
Soulless.
Yo.
Golly.
Me right. 2 times. Shalom, sister. Shalom, and thank you for joining in.
All right. So we've got one more topic before we go into our break and then come back with our Beyond. So the next one, this is a landmark U.S. law, the Genesis Act. So signed into law by President Trump on July 18th, 2025, the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stable Coins Act is the first major federal legislation regulating crypto in the U.S. The stable coin regulation and reserve requirements. The law mandates that stable coins must be fully backed 1-to-1 by US dollars or other low risk liquid assets with reserve audits and transparency requirements. Issuers with large market caps face annual audit mandates. Broader legislative package, clarity, and anti CBDC acts. The Genius Act was part of a broader package known as Crypto Week, including Clarity Act, which defines which vehicles the SEC or CFTC should regulate based on asset type. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot going on. What did you guys think?
Go ahead, Doc.
I got a problem with it. Big problem. We've been talking about digital currency on this show for I don't know how long, and it's coming to fruition, people.
Yep.
It's coming. This is a pimple that is about to burst. The thing that made stable coins or cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, so attractive is that the government had nothing to do with it. That's one of the things that made it so attractive. And it was a private coins that was controlled only by the owners of the coins. That's what they were. The government had nothing to do with it, and they did not benefit from it. And I'm going to ask the question, when has the government ever done anything that was beneficial for the people?
A good question, because I can't remember.
When have they done anything beneficial for the people, man?
Can't remember.
You remember Trump at first, how he talked about Bitcoins, y'all? At the very beginning, he called it a scam.
Scam.
This is proof that Trump has a boss. Remember, we just got through talking about Cube.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although he is the face of Big Three,
He's
there
got
are
to
decisions.
He's got to answer to somebody.
So, okay, Trump, this is how you feel about Bitcoins, but you the president, so you better change your tune.
Change your mind.
All right, we're gonna need you to change your mind.
Change your mind.
We need you to talk differently. Why? Because we need to get control over it. Federal Reserve dollars. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna turn it back over because I promise you I could talk about this forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be quiet. But Federal Reserve dollars only came into play because America in 1925, I could be off a year or two, but America in 1925, they caused a Great Depression.
Mm.
They was the ones behind the Great Depression. The reason they caused the Great Depression was to make the people have a distrust in the banking and the financial system in America. So the people began to have a distrust in it, and then the government come and they say, yo, we got the solution. Central Bank, Federal Reserve Bank. We're going to issue out these Federal Reserve dollars. That's not backed by anything. And what you got to do is turn all of your gold into the government. And if you don't turn in your gold, then we're going to come get you.
He's dirty.
So now they took control of what? The financial system. So now people was getting wealthy with what? Stable coins, Bitcoins, outside of the realm of the government. They didn't like that. That was a problem.
We said it before. They couldn't control it, watch it, or make money off of it.
So what are they doing? They are now making the people have a what? Distrust with stable coins, Bitcoins. They talk this talk, yo, you no longer have to deal with something that feels like it's illegal because now the government can regulate it. I don't want the government regulating it.
Right.
So when the government regulate it, they're going to regulate it. Because now I deal with Bitcoins a little bit. There's an app that I use that flipped on me. You could ask my wife. I was up late at night looking like, what is going on? I'm trying to do a transaction and I can't because the whole app changed. And what I didn't notice is that the Bitcoins went from just Bitcoin to Bitcoin USD. What the hell is this?
Wow.
What is this?
Wow.
It's attached now to the digital wallet. And what's going to happen, we're going to talk about this one next week. Stores like Walmart, Target, these big stores, they're going to go all digital.
All digital. You're going to go to self-checkout and it's going to be a digital Bitcoin option.
They finna go all digital.
That's what this is. Yep. That's what mine. Yep.
This is where we going. Why? Because of the Genius Act, man. Yep. I have a problem with it. Let me be quiet. Cause like I say,
yeah. So my take on it real quick. This is quick. To land back off what Ox saying, I got an issue with it because this is just the first piece of the puzzle of a bigger framework. Anytime, see that what the government wants to do, the government wants to come in, approve it, get it started, let the people big it up, bulk it up. They're gonna back off and then come in and take credit for it. That's what they want to do. This is what the article said. It said the signing of the Genius Act marks a key milestone for the industry as the first step. So listen to. We always say, listen to their language or what they say. They're telling you. True journalism is reading in between the lines. Listen what they're telling you. This as the first step of the U.S. government really regulating cryptocurrency, said Rob Nolan, a partner at Dwayne Morse and a member of the law firm's Digital Assets and Blockchain Group. See, they already got this stuff started. If it was just for the people, they just say, hey, boom, here you go. They got blockchain groups. They got different Ponzi schemes. They got different families and banks, and they got this stuff set up. This is what Ian Katz said. He said, it's a big deal because when you have a law, see, now it's law. It essentially gives a good housekeeping seal of approval to the industry. Ian Katz, managing partner at Capital Alpha, told The Hill. You now have Congress and the President of the United States signing off on the legitimacy. Here you go. On the legitimacy of the industry. That's what I just told you. Now they got their seal of approval to call it legitimacy. We can't come get you for tax evasion if you buy into this. So we ain't gonna worry. As long as we can see your transactions, as long as we can have some of it, do what you do. But like Ox said, the very thing that when President Trump called it a scam, you know why it was a scam? Because they didn't have their hands in it. What you mean? The American people figured out to do something that's going to be super duper big without us? Oh no, we can't have that. So again, this is just a small piece of the puzzle. Them Fords that come off that line, them Cadillac Escalades come off that line. They don't come off that line. They don't arrive looking like how when they finish. You got the framework, the chassis, the inner workings, and the tires. And then it goes on the assembly line. They put the screws on the tires. Goes on the assembly line. They put the body down. Goes on another part of the assembly line. They put the windows in. Then it keeps going in the steering wheel. After that thing went around the assembly line to each step, it comes out. Now you got a beautiful Cadillac Escalade that can be shipped off to be driven. This is where they are. They're now, this is the broader framework, and it's still in the works. So by the time they get done with this thing, again, like I said, Walmart, Target, your favorite store, they're going to phase the cash out, and it's going to be debit, credit, crypto. And you're going to be able to hold your phone up. Tap your phone with the crypto, and boom, you can pay.
And that's not what you wanted, because at the beginning with the crypto, that was our power to be able to trade outside of these Federal Reserves. So
Right.
if everything was to go to hell in a handbasket, then I would still be able to move around and eat with Ayob and Ayob with me. And you see what I'm saying? This would have been a way for us to still been able to take care of ourselves.
Right. So, cause now the government could say, "Oh, Ayo Benyahu, Share Yeshub Judah, you made 750 grand in Bitcoin, but you only reported 325 grand." See what I'm saying? Where the rest of it at? Why we can't see the rest of it?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Now they can do that.
Right.
Now they can do that.
Right.
You traded this much, but only reported this much.
I have such a huge problem with this, man, and I see Hundo say that he sold all of his Bitcoin, and he said he sold all of his stock too, except for his Walmart stock.
He kept that Walmart.
He said he kept that Walmart stock, yeah. But yeah, man. And did you hear what the Bitcoin was backed by too? It's backed by the US dollar, man, which is still essentially nothing. The Federal Reserve, man, is for real the biggest crooks in town, man. Who did Michael say his favorite president was? I think it was it Eisenhower?
I think that might have been what he said.
That's our son. I think he said Eisenhower. The reason why is because he hated them Jews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy, Eisenhower.
He hated them Jews. But Teddy Roosevelt is the president that's responsible for selling us over to this system. And they blackmailed him into doing it. It wasn't something that he wanted to do. Actually, what you saw happen with Teddy Roosevelt in the 20s is the exact same thing that's happening to Donald J. Trump right now. And that has a lot to do, too. Another one of the reasons why they're able to control him, these Epstein stuff that's going on, people.
Yep.
That Epstein stuff that's going on is one of the tools that they're using to control him, to get him to dance to the music that they are playing in order to. Their whole objective is to keep us as a people in bondage. And they keep us in bondage with the money.
That's it.
That ain't money.
That's it.
And if y'all been following me long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. With the money that ain't money.
Ain't money. That's wild. Man.
That's how they control us.
Hold on, family. Hold on.
Anybody got to go use the restroom? This is the time for you to go do it. You want to go grab you something to snack on? This is the time for you to go do it. I think it's about 2 minutes. How long is our break, man?
2:22.
2 minutes and 22 seconds. We shall be back with the Beyond Critical Race Theory and with the second part of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. I appreciate everybody that is here with us. But with that being said, it is now break time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just a few beats and bars, you feel me? I'm still pulling beats up off that hard drive. Can't let them pass me by, I'm on that far side. And I used to swear by my water sign, but now I fish for fishies where the water's high. And it's clearer than any cup up that Belvedere. These sophomore raps go hard as the sign that's ice fat in freshman year. 4C still tight under bonnets, I 4C bands too. Still make a beat that you do your favorite little dance to. Still got that twinkle in my eye, and my man's too. Still will slay a demon if they try, in my clan too. Look if they book and we plan to. Rough and we tough with our hands glued. Face the floor, intercede. We got legs like centipedes. Face the palm, empty me, cause the body under siege. Pull us from the pit like Corey pull the briskets, centerpiece. Pull us from the pit like when he snatched the keys, Prince of Peace. They don't feel me though, but they the ones I feel the most. They the ones that click and post. They the ones I'm keeping close to my pen. Will I pass the test of maturity? It depends. Will I cop some mess on some foolery with my ends? No, because I'm grown now. And I know to check the interest on them loans now. And I know I cannot do this on my own now. And I know it's by the spirit that I'm known now. I've been in the mirror taking inventory face to face. I done switched the game but never dropped the ball and kept the base. I done gave him glory even when my feet was stuck in place and back against the wall. But ayo, don't she sound like what's his face? I do, and I don't. But either way, it make no never mind. Sobered up my thoughts, so either way, my flow forever wine. Better, better, better. Marvin Sapp, it ain't no better line. Dialing, dialing, dialing. Keep your cheesecake, I got Cinnabons. Icing with my dough, cause it's pricey when I go. These bars cost them just a little, so we liquidate the flow under the debt that was paid. I think you missing it. This ain't no performance, this is worship with the gift he give. I know what they call me, but he free me of a care to give. They can call me Spalding cause I bounce a bra like Jason Kidd. They can call me Rawlings cause I'm vintage, but I keep the Riz. They can call me Wilson, ain't no pick, I couldn't hit a slam. I'm just playing my position. Keep a decent brush, I'm just cleaning out my kitchen. Dishes piling up, I'm just trying to get a niblet. But ain't it hard to eat when everything is looking filthy? Lord have mercy.
My goodness.
A-Leaf, Texas right there, man.
Is that the Linnell you was talking about? Yeah, she cold.
Dangerous, man.
Yeah, she cold.
If she was a knife, she'll cut you up.
Well, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't want to be in no cipher with her.
No, not a battle rap cipher.
Not no battle, none of that. No.
I just get up there, check on us.
Yeah. She fine, man. Hey, people don't understand how big Houston is. I get on that belt and I put Linnell on one end of the belt all the way to the other end of the belt. And she'll take me all the way through and it just be fire. I don't be realizing how far I done drove.
You done drove a minute. Man.
Yeah.
Gotta get that sister in this truth though.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
man, wow.
Exactly.
But she dope though. Real. She
is, man. She is. What we got for that Beyond Critical Race Theory, Yaki?
One we got tonight is a little familiar with everybody.
I am Houston the Brew. My bad.
Oh no, you good. We've heard about this. This is one I've heard about. I'm sure you all might be familiar, but we're gonna go a little bit in depth. This is a little, not too lengthy, but it's a little lengthy, so I want to go ahead and read it. But this article comes from African Archives off of X and Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. Thank y'all so much for the research. And I dug a little dibbing opposed to what I found on there. And we're going to go back to our On This Day series because July 24th, 1972, reporters exposed the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, a secret study to examine the effects of untreated syphilis in so-called Black men. Let's get started. American medicine has been built upon the house of the abuse of so-called Black people with no oversight. They just want us to forget about it. Oh, that's in the past. Let's forget about it. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment, it began in 1932. In the syphilis study, doctors were trying to find out more about syphilis test subjects, impoverished African-American men, and didn't treat them for syphilis even after they knew penicillin could cure the infection. That is evil. The infected men involved in the study were never made aware of the condition upon diagnosis and believed they were being treated for bad blood. In exchange for their participation, the men received free medical examinations and burial insurance. Check that out. They were never treated for the disease. J. Marion Sims, the father of modern gynecology, purchased so-called Black women slaves and used them as guinea pigs for his untested surgical experiments. He repeatedly performed genital surgery on so-called Black women without anesthesia because, according to him, so-called Black women don't feel pain.
Yep.
That's enough to make you mad. More than 8,000 post so-called Black women in Mississippi and South Carolina were given involuntary hysterectomies, that's removal of the uterus, between 1920s and 80s when they went to see white doctors for other complaints, So they went to the doctor for something else, and their uterus was removed for over 60 years. These came known to be as Mississippi appendectomies. In the 1800s, slaves were once thrown into burning hot pits by physicians seeking a cure for sunstroke. In 1822, Dr. Hamilton used a slave named Brown as a subject. Dr. Hamilton had a fire pit dug and placed John in the hot pit, covered him with wet blankets, and measured the effects of certain medications on Mr. Brown's body temperature and health. In the 1800s, Dr. Francois Marie Provost tried to perfect cesarean sections using African women as subjects. His first successful birth, named Cicerine, was born in 1831 to a slave woman. Experimentation was not limited to the living. There were night doctors who dug up corpse of the enslaved for medical inquiries. Experimentations was not limited to the living. Oregon State Penitentiary experiment. Now, I'm reading different phases of how they continue to do this. This went on from 1963 to 1971. So-called Black prisoners were injected with radioactive compound called thymidine into their testicles, to say it pretty. The experiment was to test the effects of radiation on the cells of the testes and the doses of radiation that would produce changes or induce damage in the cells. Listen, the amount of time it would take for cell production to recover, and the effects of radiation on hormone excretion. Like it was just using us for everything. At the Oregon experiment, using prisoners as research subjects was an accepted practice in the U.S. Let me read that again. At the time of the Oregon experiment, so between 1963 and 1971, using prisoners as research subjects was an accepted practice in the U.S. In this particular study, it was interpreted by state officials as permitting an inmate to give his consent to a vasectomy, consenting to becoming an experiment subject. Now, this is one of the more popular stories we've always heard about. Henrietta Lacks, whose cells were taken without her knowledge in 1951, became one of the most important tools in medicine. Her cells became vital for developing the polio vaccine, cloning, gene mapping, in vitro fertilization, and more. In 1945, after a nasty accident, Eb Cade, a so-called black truck driver, was secretly injected with plutonium, a substance used to make nuclear bombs, to see the effects of a nuclear bomb on the body. The researchers went on to experiment on 18 other individuals. That's wild to me. For 6 months, we're almost done. For 6 months, he was held in the hospital thinking he was being treated for his injuries. During that time, he was injected, listen, with more than 40 times the amount of plutonium an average person is exposed to in a lifetime. The researchers collected bone samples and extracted 15 teeth to monitor the effects of his exposure. Eb Cade grew suspicious on his broken bone treatments and escaped from the hospital. He died from heart failure 8 years later at the age of 61. And real quick, this is what they call the fenfluramine study. In the 1990s, medical researchers gave a banned diet drug, fluramine, to dozens of so-called Black and Hispanic boys from age 6 to 10 to see whether or not the drug could help predict if the boys were likely to become criminals as adults. German colonizers in Namibia, due to their interest in evolutionary theory and missing links, executed inmates and decapitated them. Herero women were required to remove all flesh from the heads to create clean skulls suitable for shipment for study in German institutes. You know how mad I was when I finished reading that?
Man.
About as mad as I am right now.
I don't even understand. Where you find that at, bro? Where you
And
find that at?
again, African Archives, they do a great bit of research, but I dug a little bit. One of the sources, let me see, Slave Life in Georgia, A Narrative of the Life, Sufferings and Escape of John Brown, a Fugitive Slave. That's a book you can go read. And I had some other sources that I dig into. But when I do these researches, what I do, if I Google it, down at the bottom, you'll have the references. Go click into those books. Some of them are free PDFs, and that's where I get some of these articles from a lot of the references. But yeah, blew my mind that we were experimenting on that 40 times plutonium. Really? And the man he lived. And he had to escape and die from heart failure like 7 years later. But he lived through that. To remove the uterus of our so-called black women. And they thought they was going to the doctor to get treated for it. Like,
this is what make me in today's time, 2025, 24, 23. This is what make me not understand. This goes to show you how docile this place has made us, to where we can still trust them after information that's out there like that, man. To where you would go for real, line up and go get a syringe put in you from these people. We even talked about it loosely tonight.
Tonight
we did to the Indians with the blankets and the smallpox. You dig what I'm saying? This is, and that one guy that you was talking about that used to do what he did to our women without anesthesia. Right now, to this day, they have a statue of that guy.
J. Marion Sims.
They got a statue of that guy. He is actually called a medical genius. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
He is the reason, though, that a lot of black women now, when they go to, are not taken serious.
Right.
They brush it off like there's no way you could be in that kind of pain.
Yeah. How
To
Sway?
this day, they still operate that way.
How Sway? How? Man, the level of anger reading that and researching that this week was just, bruh.
I wanted to share this. If you guys have not heard of it, it's called Medical Apartheid. The dark history of medical experiments of Black Americans from colonial times to the present. The author is Harriet A. Washington. You can get your hands on that book, grab it. I'm more than sure that everything that Ayo brought out tonight is inside of this book. I know a couple of stories for sure is in that book that I've read. And it just goes to show you, this is the proof. This is the proof that we are not crazy when we say that we are the people of the book. Because there is no other explanation as to why people hate us so much that they would do the things that they do to us and be okay with it.
Right.
Nobody else is and I get tired of people talking about everybody has been enslaved. All races, ain't nobody went through what we went through. I don't care.
And most, if you were enslaved, apart from the so-called Black or Negro, you were indentured service, meaning you was in a contract.
You chose that life.
Right.
You chose it, and you got land and money when you were released.
And you had a certain time when it was going to be a release. You did
for all you Irish people out there that love to
and
say
that's
that.
what the Most High meant when he said in Deuteronomy 28, when he said, no man will be able to buy you.
Right.
Meaning that once you get into this servitude, you're going to be there.
You're going to want everybody saved by the time I get you out.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what that means.
Yeah. So don't come to me with that bull crap, man.
Everybody was slaves at one point.
Everybody was slaves.
That foolishness of I love when people say that to me. By the time I get done with them, they talk about me. Oh, your forehead big. How you know your teeth too big? You don't know nothing. Yeah, because you ain't got no facts to back nothing.
Right.
Up.
Exactly.
So, talk about me all day, bro.
Right.
I care about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, I hope y'all not enjoyed CRT, but it was a good learning lesson.
Learned a little something.
Yeah.
100%.
People crazy. People evil, man. Folks evil.
Right. So this next topic, and from some comments, I thought her career was over. She wasn't even speaking on anything anymore, but apparently not. I guess this is her way of trying. Zelia Banks apparently made some comments where she is defending statutory grapes, right? So she has been widely known for being outspoken in support of Donald Trump and MAGA aligned views. Recently, she posted on X remarks that appeared to defend or downplay statutory grape, particularly referencing Trump and Jeffrey Epstein allegations. She argued such adult teen relationships were less taboo in previous decades and suggested people should move on instead of dwelling on them or holding them to modern standards. She also blamed underage victims, portraying them as complicit in the relationship. Thoughts?
What you got, Ike?
Azalea Banks, excuse me. I don't expect anything more or less. I mean, I figured she would be the one to say something like that. I mean, shoot, heck, if you in a room with candles and cutting chickens' heads off and spattering their blood all over the room and think that's cool to do, I would expect you to say something like that. But yeah, she's always been a staunch Trump supporter. I mean, I can't sit here and diminish her career. She's got a few bangers that got her name out there, but most people would be like, Azalea Banks, who is that? But just for her to say that, and for her to say 14-year-olds was really made a social taboo in the 1990s, said Banks in the tweet, I'm honestly not surprised or mad at Trump from getting some 15-year-old. Like, you gotta be different to say that. Because those were the times. I don't remember that in the 90s being okay for no, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what
90s.
I'm like Azalea Banks. I think I don't know if she just did some shrooms or something before she tweeted that. But I was like, girl, well, I don't know where you. Matter of fact, you couldn't have been alive in the 1990s. Like, what you talking about?
Something wrong with her.
So yeah, something is seriously wrong with these folk, and I think me and Ak was talking about this earlier. Something's really wrong, man. With people are losing it, bro. Real, like, to say that, and for you to say that the president of the United, there was nothing wrong with him if he did do something with some teens, and you're a female yourself. Yeah, me and Ak was talking about earlier about being sealed to the things you are doing. Either you're going to be sealed with the Most High's name in your forehead, or you're going to be sealed to the delusion. It ain't no in between. And now you're starting to really see who's sealed or not, and what side they're sealed, the left or the right hand side. We talk about that. So my take on it is, for Azalea Banks to say that, I kind of not surprised, but then I'm surprised at some of the lengths she went to say it's okay and to say it's the team's fault. Oh, it's probably their fault that they did. Like, wait. So now we're okay with when we say a teenager, you got to be a certain age to make that decision, and we know at the ages that him and Epstein and Prince Andrew and all those are being accused, those girls or boys were not of age to make that kind of decision, and you're okay with that. Right. You gotta be different, man. You gotta have a different soul. But yeah, that's my take on it. It's crazy.
You talking about somebody that is screaming attention? This is Azalea Banks.
Yeah.
Yep. And I went and go see, for somebody to say something like that, I said she has had to have a history.
Yeah.
And boy, when I read it, I got tired. I couldn't read it all. I actually stopped, like, for real. Like, I mean, this chick has a long history of being controversial and saying things and not caring. So what that is proven to me for her not to be counseled yet. Because some of the things that she has done in the past, it would cause a cancellation for a lot of people. So I had to ask myself, why is she not counseled yet? Yeah. She said some things. I'm gonna get to that. In this article, she said that I really don't get why women are fronting like they weren't having sex. They wasn't having sex with 40-year-olds at 15. Like, come on. That came from a place of within.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That part was like, come on. That made it to me understand that this is coming from a place from within.
Internal, personal.
This is internal.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone in the comments said that she sounds like a person that has been abused repeatedly and she has suffering from Stockholm syndrome. And I agree with that.
Yep.
I wished I had the cover of this other book that I've read, and I've talked about it a little bit on this show. Briefly, there are people in the entertainment world, and I'm not saying that this is Azalea Banks, but I know for a fact that there are people in the entertainment world that don't have mothers and fathers.
Right.
As far as when they were born, their mothers and their fathers gave them up to either the government or to, and I'm gonna say Disney, right? Because we know how Disney rock, okay? This is what I'm saying. And I'm talking from a child, and they have used MK Ultra on these children from the time of birth. So the only thing that these children know is this system that they have been in. And I'm not saying that this is Azalea Banks, but this could be. I don't know who her parents is or who her so-called parents are, but they starve them, they deprive them of sleep, then they come and they love them, then they starve them and they rape them and they break them. What they do is they break them and they cause them to have different identities. What's the word that I'm looking for?
Schizophrenia, multiple personality,
something like that. Right.
Bipolar,
right, exactly.
All of
this
that.
is what they're doing, right?
All of that.
And so we could be seeing this in real time here. Is what I'm saying, because
that's exactly
her comments are so off the wall, Aki, that you gotta ask yourself, where is this coming from, right? Azalea Banks could be being used to push this narrative.
Yep.
Pedophilia is one of the last agendas that is not open yet. I talk about this all the time, man. Just go to the mall if you want to see how much of a freak show America is. Man. Just go to your local mall. Just go to your local mall and just walk around and look. You're going to see people walking around in animal costumes because they identify as raccoons and cats. You're going to see people walking. I'd never heard of the word truffle before in my life until thruple or whatever it is. It's out there, right? It's out.
These people
they been step on us.
Boy, yep, they waited to the end, but they got you.
Hello?
I think you.
Am I good?
I think you're back now.
Okay.
They made you look like Max Headroom. Ain't that what it?
Right.
Yeah, but you're good now.
But this stuff is out there, man.
Yeah.
And so pedophilia is the last wickedness that is not accepted, that they want to be. We talking Epstein. Do you not understand the magnitude of what these people was doing on this island?
Listen, I don't think people.
And they was doing it in secret.
Yeah.
We have always known the homosexuals. Ain't none of us grew up in this world that we didn't know somebody that was a homosexual, but they kept to themselves. They got tired of being to themselves. Ben Yahoo. They wanted to be accepted. They wanted to be in the open. As long as there have been fags and everything else. They've been pedophiles. They're tired of being in the dark. So Azalea come out and say this. Why did she say this? Because this is a measuring tool. We got to see how the people gonna react if somebody say something like this here.
Somebody that's speaking from traumas still.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not only is she not healed, but she's waxed worse.
Right?
From those traumas, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in the last 10 to 15 years, but not Ayo, truth be told, family, they have proven to us that they can normalize whatever it is that they want to normalize. They got time on their side, man.
Yeah.
And that's all Azalea Banks is doing, man. She is trying to gauge the temperature of the people by making a comment like that, man.
Yeah. And Hondo, that's exactly what they've been exposed to. Bestiality and necromancy.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly. And this is why those traumas, this is why when you see an actor in those scenes from a love story or a love movie win an Oscar from a scene that they had to cry because someone passed away, and then in the interview they talk about it was, I just channeled something in her.
That's
and
what they say.
I was able to cry from a past trauma.
That's what they say.
But when somebody really died in your life and they tell you in acting class where to pull that trauma from, go back to when you was 9 and you seen such and such happen. And they think about it and they say, okay, roll, start, action. And they start crying. Action, there you go, thank you.
Yep.
Action, they just start their channel and they start crying. That's because they've been taught to pull from different realities and different personalities. Like Ox said, multiple personalities, schizophrenia.
They split them. They split them, man. Over time, they split these people, man. And this is why these people, what you have, method actors.
Yeah.
You got that stuff is real.
That stuff is real, man.
They become whatever that character is. Like, go and look at that Batman with the Joker. What was his name? Baby?
River Phoenix, but oh my goodness.
The method actor
Heath Ledger?
Well, that's one too. I forgot about that one, but yeah, that's one too. That was a prime example of a method, huh?
Jared Leto?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. But but Heath Ledger is a prime example, man. A lot of times they don't even know how to break character when the movie is over with.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, they struggle with it.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson talked about that with the Joker. When he first played the Joker, he said he had to it was hard for him to separate himself. Robert Englund with Freddie.
Right.
Robert Englund said one time they had, because when you do that makeup, sometimes it'd be like 16 hours sitting in the chair. And he said one time he had been getting into his character with Freddie, and it was one of the last scenes one of the last days of filming. And he said he fell asleep, and when he woke up and in the mirror, he said he thought he was asleep and getting attacked by Freddie, but it was him waking up.
It was him waking up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Azalea Banks, man, we can look at what she's saying. People, it's easy to say, she crazy, and I can't believe she said that. That girl is hurt.
She hurt. It's traumas.
She's hurt.
That's why
that girl is hurt.
You gotta be something different.
Gotta be.
So, not to cut you guys off, but I gotta cut you off so we get to these last two. And I'm actually gonna combine the last two stories because they do kind of bleed into each other, if you will. They're both from very places. But the first one is on July 28th, this past Monday, a gunman identified as 27-year-old Shane Amura carried out a mass shooting at 345 Park Avenue, a Midtown Manhattan office tower housing the NFL headquarters and other firms, including Blackstone and Management. He used an M4 style rifle and later unalived himself. Victims,
How he unalive himself, babe?
Let me get through it first.
Okay.
Let me get through it first. The victims that fell prey to his destruction was an NYPD officer, Didril Islam, who was 36 years old, Wesley LePatner, a senior managing director at Blackstone, Aland Eteen, a building security guard, and then Julia Hyman, 27-year-old associate at Rudd Management. And then a fifth person who was an NFL employee was critically injured but survived. And then I don't know why I don't have the date on here, but I think was this on Friday of last week? A 42-year-old Bradford James Gill, a resident of Afton, Michigan, entered Walmart and proceeded to stab 11 people at random using a 3.5-inch folding knife. Victims range from age 29 to 84, including one store employee. Authorities describe the act as a random act of violence, and no motive has been established. And Gill has prior assault and controlled substance violation records. Now, back to that first one, the individual who unalived himself supposedly took his life with a personal gun that was found in his car, but that's not where he was found, correct?
Nah, he had a pistol in the car, 357 with ammunition, but he supposedly unalived himself by shooting himself in the chest with a long rifle. Now, how he did that, when I heard that, I tapped out on the story. I don't know if people understand or not, but there is no possible way that you were finna shoot yourself in the chest with a long rifle, with an AR-15. There is absolutely no way in the world you are going to be and the reason why they saying he shot himself in the chest. Were you done, baby?
Yeah.
The reason why they said he shot himself in the chest is because he left a note that said, study my brain. Because he supposedly had CTE. Now, y'all see me chuckling and laughing, okay? Y'all, please forgive me, okay? Y'all, please forgive me, okay? But it's so much about this story that needs to be, what Denzel say? Make it make sense to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, right? Because right now, I'm not ain't none of this making sense. This dude only played high school football. He didn't go no other level beyond high school football. He's 27 years old, and he's supposed to be suffering from CTE so much to the point that he say that the NFL is hiding what they know about this chronic disease of CTE. That he drive from Nevada to New York. From Nevada to New York. I don't know how many miles it is, but I know it's over 1,000.
A lot.
From Nevada to New York to this building, and he took his life on the 33rd floor. Come on now. Listen to what I'm saying. And listen to these people that died. A police officer, a BlackRock executive. I'm sure y'all familiar with BlackRock, right? A police officer, a BlackRock executive, one black guy, and it was somebody else. It was another one. I can't think of the name. I can't think of what it was.
Julia Hyman, management student from Cornell. Or was it
From Cornell University. That's what it was. From Cornell University.
2,175 miles from Utah to Manhattan.
Come on now, man. Y'all make this stuff make sense to me. When it makes sense to you, call me and make it make sense to me.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. They definitely false flag, kind of ritual. Yeah, this is, I just don't, that, now if he was local, the math is not mathing because he's not local. And, why did he drive to the NFL headquarters? Like, why not to Kansas City Chiefs for the last Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really wanted to just get to the NFL, you would have made more headlines or driving to one of the facilities and doing that at a practice. Like
at Nevada, they got a brand new facility.
So yeah, it's the math is not math to do that, and the fact that there's no way with AR, AK, any kind of rifle, you not unless you got a string and something to hold that joint up with, you can't pull that. You know how big that rifle is. Ain't no way in the world unless you scratch Armstrong from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's insane.
It reminds me of Gary, what's his name? The editor that broke the story on the Contras and the CIA and the drugs. Gary, what was his last name? Gary, I want to say Gary Wright. I could be wrong, but not just looking it up right now. But anyway, they said he committed suicide by shooting himself in the head, y'all. But not once, but twice.
Gary Webb?
Gary Webb, that's his name. Gary Webb shot himself in the head twice, y'all. The same as this dude shot himself in the chest with a long rifle.
If you would have said foot and he bled to death, or I could have been like, all right, well,
like maybe,
right. But to turn that, ain't no how that, bro. Listen,
it's not gonna happen, man.
There's no way.
Put it on the ground, leaned over.
It's not gonna happen,
his
man.
Big toe.
Yeah, you would truly have to be Stretch Armstrong from the Fantastic Four. For real.
He had
extremely creative.
Hey, you can set your phone up to take your selfie in 5 seconds, right? So maybe he had one of them new ARs. He had that joke up on the desk.
Right. He
put the time on
and ran in front of the bird. Boy, these people, boy.
But Carl said they definitely had it planned, but they ain't planned it out good though, man. It was planned out bad.
Yeah, I know they sitting back like, dang, how did we mess that up? But
say, man,
you know,
and a lot of times they'll mess up in the news. I've seen them do it. They'll mess up, and when you hear it, you better remember that they said it because they catch they mess up and you will never hear it again.
And they'll correct it.
They right now to this day, they still saying this dude shot himself in the chest. And then they said they searched his car and found a .357 revolver with ammunition. And I'm saying to myself, well, it would have made more sense if he had the .357 revolver on him.
Right.
And you saying that he shot himself in the chest. But he shot himself in the chest on the 33rd floor and his car was out in the parking lot. Come on, man.
Make it make sense. They can't. They done messed up.
And this other story with the Walmart dude, explain to me how anybody stabbed that many people with a pocket knife.
Right. Like how? Like on the third person. Wasn't nobody trying to tackle this dude and slam him?
Look.
How you stab that many people? It was a pocket knife.
Yeah, you're not finna even be able to get that close to me. I'm gonna be throwing and you in Walmart, you finna get all kinds of stuff chunked at you.
Man, I'm turning over clothes racks, bar stools, TVs, batteries. You gonna get hit with everything, bro.
I don't see it. These last two stories, man. But say this is the workings of we have to get the people in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We're in that time frame where again, if you're not sealed with the name of the Most High in your forehead, you
bro was playing Grand Theft Auto for real, right?
Yeah. He done shot the people, ran back to the car, grabbed the pistol, ran back up to the 33rd floor and shot himself. Like,
say, man,
he was doing too much.
He was way too much.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. But cry loud, Israel. Shalom, shalom, sister. How you doing? This has been good though tonight. It ain't a whole lot to say about that dude that stabbed them people in Walmart. I don't know. They said it was 5 females, 6 males, and it ranged from the age of 29 to 84. But I do not mean to sound insensitive, but if you was one of them that got stabbed, I ain't gonna even say what I'm finna say.
Don't
keep it to yourself.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh
man!
Don't go there.
I ain't gonna even say what I'm about to
They
say.
will definitely snatch this off before tomorrow morning.
We're not gonna be in the trap house. We're not gonna be able to go
Be
to
the
the
beach
beach
house.
house.
We'll be in the mountains.
Man,
On a
look
mountaintop
here.
with some tinfoil on a pencil, trying to get a
Right.
signal.
Standing on
But
1 foot.
I will say, one of the bros did have a pistol and supposedly shot dude until the police got there.
Did he shoot him or he? No, he didn't shoot him.
I don't
He
know.
just kept the gun on him.
Yeah, he didn't shoot.
He kept the gun on him.
Right.
Mhm.
I'd have shot him. Just for the heck of it, I'd have shot his tail in the knee.
I feared for
in the
my
pinky
life.
toe.
Just like the Django did, Steven on Django.
Right.
Got 2 guns, nigga.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, indeed, man. This dude walking around with a pocket knife poking people. He must have thought he must thought he was in jail.
Yeah, that's why I would have shot him for that little man. Where you got that little old knife? Put it back. Put it back. He'd have been trying to put that pocket knife up so fast. Man, I was just playing. Man, I was just playing.
I would have believed this story a little bit more. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't believe it because I don't know. Maybe people did get stopped, but it would have been more of a story to me if he had been walking around with an ice pick with some tape on it or something. You know what I'm saying? And just walking through. You know what I'm saying? Just catch me real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, walking through. But this dude had a knife. I'm not understanding, man. No. I'm not understanding. People just drop it because they got hit in the back or the kidney or something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not understanding.
I'd have shot him in the bike. In the bike.
He done said that enough times. I believe him.
Yeah. Yo,
listen, I'd have fired dude up. I told you he'd been fumbling that knife, trying to put it back up, trying to fold it down.
I believe him.
Let me put it up. I was just playing, man.
My bad.
My bad. I was just playing, yo.
It was just jokes.
Brother Kane, what made him? I wonder what his initial thought was. Was he at home drinking some natty lights? And I think I'm finna go up to Walmart and start poking people. What was going on in his mind?
If he was at home drinking natty ice, he definitely.
He wasn't thinking. He was just drinking.
Natty ice.
I used to live in these apartments. I used to live in these apartments back in the day. And there was this couple. Monday through Friday, they was the best. They was like a model relationship. I'm talking about they loved each other. He go to work, she stayed home, kept the house clean, took care of the kids. He come home from work. They sit out on the porch. We all sit out on the porch, talk, laugh. They ain't drink Monday through Friday, but that daggone Saturday night, we get on them natty lights. Say, man, she done put this boy, it's 4 weeks in a month. She done put this boy out the house 3 weeks out of a month. So every Saturday he get put out the house.
Go. Yeah, them gnats will have you.
They be arguing. I be like, it was without fail, man. Them natty lights, boys.
Gnats will have you.
And I think natural lights only got 2.3% alcohol in it. So.
It's 4.2.
Oh, is it
4.2?
Oh, okay.
Like I said, about 3 or 4, you starting to feel it. About that, if you got a 12-pack, and you done paced yourself, and you on your 7th or 8th one, boy, listen.
Right.
What did I tell y'all to go in the house and bring the cloud out of the sky and bring it on in the back?
Do it again, and I'm gonna chase you out of here. Then people be like, man, what is you talking about?
4.2.
He on them gnats.
For real.
Did you just look that up? How you know that so fast?
Well, in my previous life. No, I'm just playing. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay.
I do not like beer. Never liked beer.
Way
Don't like the taste of it. It all tastes the same.
Yes, indeed, man. Not the 211, Nike. No,
Oh,
tell me it
my
ain't so.
211.
Not
Boy, I drunk one of them
211.
Jones. I was drunk for 3 days, man.
Say,
I bet you were.
Golly, 211.
man. I
can't
know
even-
an individual.
Woo.
I know, what is it?
Oh, my
211 Steel Reverb has
Ain't it like
8.1.
Yeah.
I know an individual called them loco, what they call
Four Locos.
Four Locos, jungle juice. But
Four Locos, and you really locos.
I mean, like,
Chicano, Mexico. You be speaking Mexican all night.
Four Locos can have up to 14%.
See,
I don't know who on here old enough to remember when I was younger. We had this malt liquor that was called Cisco. I don't even think they make Cisco no more, man.
They better not. Oh my gosh, man.
That's it. Say we used to take. I'm gonna tell you how done we was. Hey, you see all this great. I'm so thankful that I'm here to have this great, because the stuff I used to do, I ain't supposed to be here, man. We used to take that Cisco, used to brew dope.
20%.
Woo.
We used to take that Cisco and mix that Cisco with some St. Ides. I don't even think they make that no more. We'll take one of the big old water bottles up, dump the water out. We'll pour that Cisco up in there. We'll throw that St. Ides up in there, and a little bit of Thunderbird with the Kool-Aid for some color. And we'll shake that joker up and call it a tornado, man.
You
and
really
that's what we
tornado.
Oh man,
Cisco.
My daughter over there looking at.
Look, Cisco, Mad Dog, all the Mad Dog 2020.
Say, babe.
I can't pull a rabbit out of that, but I had Mad Dog out of my.
I
You
had
know what
no
Mad
idea
Dog
what I
really
was doing.
is?
That's why I tell people all the time, man. I know that there is a God. Do you understand me, man?
You know what Mad Dog really is?
What's
Morgan Davidson.
Logan Davis.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as Mad Dog. We made that up.
Yeah, that Mad Dog.
Put a little spank on everything.
Yeah. Or Night Train. See, he used to say, man, look.
Yes, indeed.
Used to the
That
brew, man.
That right there. That heat right there.
Yes, indeed, babe. That's what we used to do, man.
Facts.
Look, bro. Hey, yeah. And somebody told me the other day. I told them my age. They said, "You do not look your age." I said, "It show away because of nothing that I did." I tell you that.
Praise to the Most High.
Facts.
It showed because it ain't nothing that I did, man.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, we done reminisce about all them. I done got sick over here just thinking about it.
Scarface said it best, Houston, the brooded, all hoods are the same.
Oh,
all hoods, no matter, all hoods are the same. That's for real, man. But yeah, this has been great, man. I want to thank everybody that joined us tonight. We will be back same time next week. Look at here, man. We had no interference either, man.
Yep.
Can't believe
praises.
Yo,
praise to the Most High.
The Most High is good. But with that being said, how we go?